So when they had diagnosed me, I told them straight, look, by the end of this year, I'm going to be cancer-free. I'm going to go on holiday and I'm going to have a big I Beat Cancer party. It had doubled in size. And obviously it was, every time it's pulsing, it's basically contracting and expanding. So there's a charity called The Changer. And they're people who come to the hospital and help you. They're people that will call you. I run a bakery called the Helen O'Canny Bakery. It's actually named after my mum who died from cancer. It's just something that I wanted to do to honor her. My mum used to love cooking. She used to, we used to live in an estate. I did not see that weight room. I couldn't. There was just too many too many. I just could not. So I was doing cardio, how to train effectively. Get a PT. I had 3. Yeah, been through them all.
And they're all in the same gym.
You come to shame me.
TSM, hey. Welcome back to A Woman's Point of View. It's episode 6. You know, I've always got a special guest with me today. And like I do as always, I'm going to let her introduce herself. Who have we got with us today?
Hi, everybody. My name is Kim Emenike, and I love the gym. I love fitness. I love exercising. I'm all about women's health.
I love that. She comes straight in with that. So, Kim, what we like to do a quick fire rounds to warm you up.
All right.
And also get the viewers to know a bit more about you. I tailor the questions to the people, so you'll see.
I'm scared.
So, Bashment or reggae?
Hey, Bashment every day of the week.
Come on. AM or PM sessions?
Say that again, sorry.
AM or PM sessions?
AM. Come on, 5:30, gang. Come on.
Same. What's your favorite Caribbean dish? You got 5 seconds.
Oxtail.
Ooh, same. Weights or cardio?
Weights. Is that even a question?
DLT or recess?
Recess. Come on,
yeah.
my dear.
Okay. Upper or lower body?
Upper, 100%.
A busy or quiet gym to train?
Quiet.
Really?
Yeah, because you know when it's busy, yeah, someone's going to ask you, oh, how many sets? Cool. Then they're now coming to say, oh, hey, Kim, I haven't seen you in a while. Tell me about X, Y, Z. I'm trying to train.
Yeah.
I beg, leave me. Let me lift the weight.
I hear it. Gym classes, last one. Gym classes or the gym floor?
Gym classes.
100%. All right. Cool, Kim. Let's hear a bit more about, let's start from the start, childhood, growing up. How was that? Or
wow.
Yeah, talk us through that.
Okay. I had a very interesting upbringing. It wasn't even fitness related, to be honest. When I was younger, I was very sporty, which is really weird. But I actually grew up in foster care. So my mum died of cancer. I went into foster care for 10 years. And then I kind of moved into a hostel, went to uni, then started the whole independent living. Growing up, I was actually always kind of good at sports. So football used to be my thing. I used to play football. I used to play for my team at school. I used to be able to swim, and then I forgot how to swim. So I don't know what happened there. Rounders. Fun fact, I've actually never lost a rounders game in my life.
We'll put this to test next summer.
I'm ready.
Okay, say no more. Remember that next summer.
Yeah, I've always loved rounders, but I was more into the creative, dance. So I used to do dance and theatre. I was dancing for a couple of years. I used to do theatre performances, and then I just stopped. I don't know why, but that's something that I used to enjoy when I was younger.
Okay, what did you study at uni?
International business.
Okay, so what are you doing at the moment? Talk us about your career. What field are you in at the moment?
So my day job is a project manager. So I work in the civil service, which is the public sector. I've kind of moved around. So I've worked in DEFRA, Department for Transport, Home Office, Health and Social Care. And I've worked on major government projects, or I've worked on transformation projects. So that stuff has been fun. What else do I do? Oh, I have a bakery business. So I run a bakery from home. So anything sweet, you name it, I bake it. I like to be known as the hood's favorite baker. I've recently got into wedding planning. So I volunteer sometimes as a wedding coordinator. So I'm kind of building my portfolio because the goal is to be a wedding planner. Because it's event management, project management, they go hand in hand. So, and I also work with young people. So I'm a youth participation officer. So I work with lots of young people in my local borough or all over London. So just helping them to find their voice. So that's me.
Love that. So you're doing a lot. So how do you balance everything? Talk to me through a day in a life.
A day in a life
of Kim, because you said Cool, you go to gym. It makes sense now. You go to gym in the morning.
Yeah.
It seems like you're busy. So like, talk us through a day. Like, what's a day look like for you?
Every day is a different day. So I start 5:30 in the morning. I do Hour of Hope with my church. So it's an hour of prayer, 5:30 to 6:30 online. And then from 6:30, I go to the gym. I'm in the gym till about 8:30, 8:45. Come home. I work from home, praise God. So I'll come home, shower, get my oats in, and I'll just do my day job. In the evening, sometimes I can do my youth job, which is working with young people. So that might be online or it might be in-person sessions. On the weekend, I typically might have a cupcake order or brownies order or sweet treats order. So that's typically my day, like church, gym, my corporate job, sometimes my evening job. Every day is a different day, but overall, those are the different things that I can do in a week.
So you need everything you're doing. You need like a set routine. You need to be like disciplined. In your schedule.
Time management
Exactly is key. And I guess in your field, you're kind of used to like organizing your time and whatnot. So let's talk about gym. How many times a week are you going to gym then, or in around all of that?
5 out of 5, baby. You know this. Talking about me, I'm gonna go to the gym 5 times. Like typically, I like to go to the gym Monday to Friday.
Okay.
But if I am to have a rest day, it'll probably be Thursday because we no longer have Bashment Thursdays. So Thursdays
that was led by me, by the way. Bit of context. I used to be the manager at Pure Gym that Kim used to train at, and used to have this element called Bashment Thursdays. My Thursday class was just pure Bashment tunes.
Come on, rhythm after rhythm. Like we had a good time. So yeah, typically I might rest on a Thursday, then I'll go gym on a Saturday.
Cool. So how does that, in terms of like your week, so your 5 days, what does that like consist of? Like what are you training?
Oh, so 2 upper body, 2 lower body, and then 1 cardio day.
So 2 upper body, 2 lower body, 1 cardio. Have you got a coach at the moment?
No, I don't have a PT.
Okay.
But do you know what? I did have a PT for on and off for about 1.5 years, which was great. Like I think PTs are great, especially if you're navigating yourself in the gym and it's your first time and you don't really know what you're doing or how to train effectively. Get a PT. Like I had 3.
Yeah.
Been through them all.
And they're all in the same gym.
You come to shame me.
I can't have to put it out there. All in the same gym. Okay, so why, take us back. So take us back. When was your first day in the gym? And just a follow-on question on that, like, what made you start going to the gym? So let's go back to first day and why. What made you kind of start?
My first day in the gym was 2019 Pure Gym Charlton. That year was a rough year. Like, I was on placement and I was depressed, so I started eating. And then, can't lie, I just started to gain weight. And then I was in my 3rd year of uni. So I used to come to the gym a little bit because I realized I was a bit big. But then I moved back to uni. And then it was lockdown and final year stress. So I gained an excess amount of weight. So then around 2021, I was like, no. I need to look after myself. And 2021 is when I seriously started to take the gym, like, seriously. And it was just because I gained weight, like a lot of weight. And that was just from being depressed, not happy in my job, and then university stress. And then I was in a relationship. It wasn't a good relationship. And you know, when you get out of a relationship, you just want to look your best after. You say, hey, you didn't finish me, so I'm coming to make myself look amazing. Do you know what I mean? You want to fix up yourself. You want to look your best. You want to look good, feel good, all of that stuff. So coming out of the relationship, I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go to the gym. And I went to the gym.
And what was your, talk us through your first day. So you've gone to the gym for the first time. Like, what was you thinking? Was you nervous? What did you train? Did you go with anyone? Like, talk me through that.
Yeah, so like the first year of me being in the gym, right? I was so nervous. As in, I never touched weights. You know that weight room? I did not see that weight room. I couldn't. There was just too many too many. I just could not. So I was doing cardio and there was one, it's like a step machine, but not the Stairs Master. And I was doing that. I used to do that for 45 minutes and I'll go home. And I remember one time, Miles was like, why do you always do that? Like, what is your goal? Like, and he was like, why don't you lift weights? And I was thinking, I don't know about weights. I don't know about that. And then that's actually how I started PTing with him because I can't lie, I just didn't really know what I was doing in the gym. So he got me into weight training and then I became obsessed with it. I was like, hey, weight training, I love it. Like, it just became my lifestyle.
Very important that you said there because a lot of women that be watching this tend to hide because the cardio machines are like easy. You can stay in your comfort zone. You don't have to push yourself. Nobody's watching you.
Exactly.
The weight room, once you kind of overcome that scarcity and start lifting weights, it's actually like much better. Like a lot of women want to tone up. 100%. To tone up, you need to be lifting weights. Okay, so that's great. Like that you had a coach and was able to lift weights. And how did that help you like mentally, just in general?
Do you know what?
How you mentally?
I think fitness has helped me mentally a lot. Like sometimes where I go to the gym 5 times, it's not even sometimes always about my physical goals, but just mental. Like when I go to the gym, I feel like my mind can escape and I'm not worrying about my problems. I'm not worrying about just typical things we worry about Monday to Friday. Cause like in the gym, I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on hitting new PBs. I'm focusing on just gym stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I think it separates your life a bit. Because I just think sometimes when you're not in the gym or you're not doing anything fitness related, you're just worrying about, oh, I've got my car problems. I've got to sort out my mortgage. I've got to sort out this. Your head is everywhere. But in the gym, you can just concentrate on developing yourself. So yeah, that's how it helps my mental. It just clears my brain and then it's a reset, fresh start, go start your day.
And you do you work from home every day, Monday to Fridays? I guess it's a good way for you to like just escape from work as well and actually get out and just kind of like move like in the gym as well.
Yeah. And obviously I get to speak with me, Pure Gym Charlton, like it's very friendly. So we have a community in that gym. So like where I work from home 4 days a week, sometimes I don't have anyone to talk to. So when I come into the gym, I talk to the gym managers, talk to the gym members. They're like, oh, do you need some help? Or just general chit chat. Like you have friends. So it's nice.
Kim is downplaying that. She had a locker on my desk in the office. See, if you're doing Charlton, she used to come in. We was live on meetings, knocking on, leaving her jacket on my desk, her bag, like have an office. But the gym, that's why gym's good, just to kind of have that community for, because you see that might as well have been your office as well.
As in
it's like
our office. Listen, that gym membership that I'll be paying and the £3 for water, I'm a part of the team. What do you mean?
And that's about that gym in particular. Like I feel like a lot of gyms have a community, but I've been in the industry since like the age of 17. I've been doing it for ages, but that's one gym that the community there is strong. I've never seen anything like it, even since I left early on this year. You've come this far in the podcast. However, majority of you guys that watch don't actually subscribe to the channel. So all I ask for you guys is to please like and subscribe. It's going to help me to grow the channel and be able to spread the message to more women. Thank you. Let's continue on with the podcast. Cool. So talking about like going to the gym, I'll never forget. I was in the office. She said, "Right, Don, I need to talk to you. You're always really bubbly." I was thinking, cool, like what's Kim want to tell me about? And then you told me that you had like cancer, and I remember I actually prayed for you, and I need to like pray more and things like that as well. I definitely prayed for you, but you still was able to stay so positive. So first of all, when you got the news, like, how did you feel? Like, and where would you like? How did you feel like when you first found out?
It's interesting. The day that I actually discovered the tumor, I was in your Bashment Thursday class. It was 3 of us because I think it was one of those days where not a lot of people had come. So it wasn't a normal class. So we were doing like a mini circuit. And I remember we were doing bench press and Jermaine was being silly. He was pressing down on my bench.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, do you remember? And then I felt something move and I was like, whoa, that felt really weird. Like, that feels really weird. What is that? But you were like, continue. So we continued doing the bench press. I was doing the calisthenics, doing whatever. Then I remember going home and I put my hand there again. I was like, whoa, what's this lump? Like, this is big. But like I said, I continued my day. I just ignored it, watched TV, went to bed. And then I was in bed sleeping and I could feel it pulsing. So when I woke up out of my sleep, I was like, whoa, something is not right. I took off my top and I saw a massive lump. And I actually took a picture of it and I'll definitely share the picture with you guys. I just saw a massive lump and I was thinking, this is weird. Like, it was just moving, it was squidgy. I was like, what is this? And I remember the next day I came into the gym and I actually showed my PT. And he was like, because I thought it was a muscle injury. And he was like, no, I don't think this is a muscle injury. I think you should actually go to the doctors about it. But you know, me being black and me being me, I'm like, no, it will go by itself. If it came by itself, it will go by itself. And I remember 3 weeks later, it was still there, but it had doubled in size. And obviously it was, every time it's pulsing, it's basically contracting and expanding. So it doubled in size within 3 weeks. But yeah, so that was the day I discovered it. But so from February to March, it was back-to-back hospital appointments. No, February I discovered it. March was the start of the hospital appointments. April I did the biopsy.
So just for the viewers, what year was this? Just so they
So
know.
this was last year. So this was 2023.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
continue.
it's true. It's last year. Oh my God, 10 months in remission.
Yeah,
but
that was like
we'll
just for context, that is very recent.
Yeah, it was recent.
That you're talking about. Yeah, sorry, continue.
So we got to April. We did the biopsy, and then on the 3rd of May, I got the call from the doctor and he was like, you've got cancer. And he was like, we don't know much about it. We have to do more like assessments, but it's looking like blood cancer. And he was like, I think it could be early stage. So, but then I had to do a PET scan. And when I did the PET scan, that confirmed it was blood cancer. It was stage 1. And it was just very much in my armpit area. And it was called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was just, when I got the news, for me, I was in shock. But funny enough, I actually went to the gym. And then I went to Lidl, that's next to the gym, bought a cake, bought ice cream, and then ate it and went to bed. Because for me, I was like, I know that I'm a woman of God. I have faith. So when they had diagnosed me, I told them straight, look, by the end of this year, I'm going to be cancer-free. I'm going to go on holiday and I'm going to have a big I Beat Cancer party. And my consultant was like, do you know what? If that's what you want, let's make it happen. So from the beginning, I never cried about it. I was never angry. I very much accepted it. But I said, I'm a woman of faith. I know what God can do. So I was like, God is going to heal me. And this is going to be like a massive testimony that's going to change and inspire so many other lives. So yeah, that was the start of the journey.
That is, and I admire you because like, I feel like growing up, you've been through like a lot of things that would defeat people. So that's how I always thought like, how do you still keep, I can remember even when you told me, it's like, you said it, but you didn't even look worried when you told me. Yeah. Like, I was thinking, like, you don't even look worried, you don't look stressed.
Because
you're still training consistently.
That's exactly what faith is.
Okay.
Faith, you may not know your end result, but you believe in God that it's going to be positive. That's faith. I didn't know the end outcome, but I was confident that God has got me regardless. So like when I was telling people, it's crazy. People were crying. I never cried. The only time that I cried was when I was in hospital and they were trying to take blood from me because, hey, needles is not for me. But the whole journey, like I just didn't cry because I'm like, why am I crying if I know God's going to heal me? Like I'm walking in faith. So
I mean, just to add on to that, like talking about like manifestation and talking things into existence, because we actually had a party. You actually had a party that I came to as well. What month was that?
So that was in April.
I'll show you some pictures. Like, we took some pictures together. I've got them on my phone somewhere.
We
I'll find
celebrated.
them. Like, yeah, literally. So it's like you said that,
and it came
like,
to pass.
and it like it happened. Like it came true. So how much, or what was your, shall I say, what was your therapy, or what kept the time passing? Because I guess, although you say you didn't cry, didn't worry you, you must have been doing something to kind of help the time go past, or kind of to try and stop thinking about it. Like, what was it for you?
Very interesting. I continued as normal until I couldn't. So I was still training 5 days a week in the gym, because what was very interesting about my case, a lot of people go to the doctors because they're feeling unwell, and then they discover they have cancer. But in my case, I went to the doctors because I found a lump. So at no point was I unwell. In terms of, that year was the year I was losing weight anyways. Like I said, I was training 5 times a week. I had a PT. So there were no symptoms or indications that I was like unwell or ill. So it was just normal life up until treatment started. So I literally was continuing to work. I was continuing to be in the gym. I was still running my business. Like I was just living life as normal. But I would definitely say I was training more, and I was definitely in my faith more. Like I was in church more, and I was like, God, I'm going to serve you. God, I'm trusting on you. So those are the two things that I can definitely say really carried me through the whole experience. Like just having a gym to go to and then having church. But yeah, I just continued as normal until I physically couldn't. And that's genuinely what helped me. And even with my case, like when people do chemo, typically they get weaker and weaker. But for me, I was getting stronger and stronger. And I was saying, oh yeah, I was in the gym, I was doing this, I was doing that. My consultants were like, this doesn't make sense. Like he was like, genuinely, this doesn't make sense. Like people with chemo, they're on bed rest. I'm running to the gym and I'm on that treadmill and I was walking, like I was doing my 20 minutes on incline, like I'll be sweating it out. Like I just kept going, and I genuinely feel like that helped me mentally, but it also helped with my recovery because I wasn't feeling the fatigue that other cancer patients were feeling. And I guess typically people are always in bed when they have cancer, and when you're in bed a lot, you start to lose your limbs in the sense that they don't work as efficiently. But mine was just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So yeah, it's all glory goes to God.
So that's crazy, because like although in the gym it gives you these like physical benefits that you look good, but like this is like a much deeper reason how important it was, because like you said, it made you stronger. People getting weaker, you just getting stronger to the point where you was coming in the gym at some points. People were like, "You sure you should be still training?"
Right.
We used to be like to you, "Are you sure you can be?" I'm good. Like I'm good. Keep training. So that's like honestly saying like, proper proud of like how you was still able to keep going, and things like that. So, for example, for someone like watching, what advice would you give like a woman that's found out they've got cancer, or maybe even somebody that's got someone close to them that has got cancer? Because I guess it affects people. It affected people around you as well.
Yeah.
Because what I've noticed as well, people have like a lot of love for you, even like coming to your party and stuff. You can tell that people showed up for you and people like proper have love for you. So yeah, what advice would you give? Number one, a woman that's kind of got news going through that stages, and someone that's kind of got someone close to them that's got cancer.
Cool, that's a good question. I just want to first start off by saying a massive thank you. I have an amazing support system, Kim's Support Village. These are people who showed up for me in hospital every single day, that they were bringing me food, they were helping me shower, they were brushing my teeth. And that's just not only my friends, but my church family and my gym family. Ella came to the hospital, Jermaine was in the hospital, Gauss came to the hospital, Aji came to the hospital. Like, you lot came to the hospital, you lot were there. Like, I think to get through it, I couldn't have done it by myself. Like, God surrounded me with amazing people. Like, and bearing in mind, I live by myself as well, so it's even more scary. I'm thinking, God, what happens if I collapse? Like, God brought all of you guys, and like, you guys helped me through it. So my advice to anyone who may have cancer or is supporting someone with cancer, have a great support system. Have people you can genuinely call to come and help you when you're feeling ill. People to just, sometimes it's a message or a FaceTime. Like, I feel like sometimes people physically can't be there. Like, I had friends in Coventry who couldn't come to the hospital, but they will FaceTime me or they'll send me a long prayer, and they let me know that they were thinking of me and that they're standing in the gap for me. I had pastors praying for me all over the world. Like, for me, I had the spiritual side, which really helped. So I had my church family, they were praying for me. And then I had obviously my friends, the gym, who were physically there and doing the physical things, and also the emotional support side. So I would say, if you're someone that's just been diagnosed, just know that, one, you're not alone. There is a community of us. Like, one, reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. But even if you go to your oncologist doctor, like, there's a community of people they can expose you to. Just don't do it alone, because there are people who genuinely want to help you on this journey. And it's not the end. Like, one thing I want to embody and show you, that there is life after cancer. Like, some people think once you've got cancer, you're going to die or your life is over. I'm so sorry, but that's not the case. So just being around and being involved in communities. So there's a charity called D-Changer, and they're people who come to the hospital and help you. They're people that will call you, people that will pray for you. There are people that are there because in that charity, they've all had the cancer as well, so they understand it.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely tag them, get them involved. Like, they're people who are so supportive. But I think the biggest thing you can do for somebody is just be present and be there. And each person is different. So for me, I kind of wanted people to cook for me. I wanted people to come over. I wanted that. Other people, they may not necessarily want that. So have that conversation with the person that's been diagnosed and ask them, how can I support you? Because that's what my friends and my church family and gym family did. They asked me each week, each day, what can we do to support you? Do you want to see us today? Do you not want to see us? Do you want me to bring you rice and stew? Do you want oxtail? What do you want? Do you get what I mean? So yeah, it's just having that conversation and just being fully transparent. And you're at your most vulnerable, be vulnerable. That's okay. Because right now, it's not for you to be strong. It's for your people around you to be strong. So that would definitely be my advice.
Are you like fully back to training now? All good.
5 out of 5,
Love
baby.
that. 10 out of 10 even.
Yeah, and I've even picked up new sports. I'm now doing badminton on a Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm starting to learn how to swim again. Like, I'm really pushing my body because I know my body can. But I think with that, you have to understand your body. Because like I said, I've been in remission for 10 months now. I didn't go back full time straight away. Like, I kind of gave myself time to recover. And then slowly by slowly, my energy is back to where it used to be. So now that I know my body can, I just do it. But obviously, I know my body's different to pre-cancer. Like, I think sometimes I do get a bit more tired than I would have. And that's okay. Just listen to your body. But like I said, I'm in the gym. I'm starting swimming lessons. I'm doing badminton. I need to beat you, Come on the court. Let me deal with you on that court.
Badminton?
Yes,
Are you sure?
I will deal with you on that court. But yeah, like, literally, I'm back to normal. Or I say back to normal, but I'm adapting to a new reality, and that's okay.
Got you. So, like, how is your training adapting? Like, now, how have you changed your training, like, from before? Because you said your body's not the same to as before. So it's like, are you taking longer rest? Is your session shorter? Like, how does that look like now? Then, or how do you have to change
So my training sessions now, before they used to be just 1 hour. I'm going to be honest, now it takes me 2 hours in the gym.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. So like, for example, if I'm deadlifting, I'll do 1 set, I'll take a 2-minute break, I'll go again. Like, I take longer breaks.
Got you.
And I'm okay with that. That's why I have to go to the gym from 6:30 till 8:30. I've got my 2 hours. I can take my time with it. So that's one of the ways. What other ways do I think adapting to a new reality? I just think it's more fatigue. Like, I definitely feel like I'm more tired. Like, and I think I sleep a lot more now compared to before. Like, before I'd be doing like 5, 6, 7 things in a day. I can't do that anymore. Like, so I just take it easy, take breaks when I can. That's adapting to a new reality for me.
Love that. Question I always ask as well, like, what advice would you give like the 16-year-old Kim? Or any advice would you give yourself?
Get in the gym, baby. I'm sorry, if I went to the gym at 16, my body would be insane. I'd be doing the hip thrust, because you know me, I don't like that one. If I started it earlier, maybe. But yeah, I'd say just take fitness a bit more seriously, because I think when you're at 16, it's so interesting. Your body has gone through puberty, you're hanging out with friends, you start eating more takeouts. Look after yourself. So be conscious of what you're eating. And you doesn't have to be gym. I think I speak a lot about gym because that's what I like. But I realize some people like Pilates. Some people like to swim. Some people like to do 20K walk. Some people choose madness and go for a run and run 10K. That's up to you. You like that, you like that. Do you get what I mean? Find a sport that you like and try and incorporate it into your life. Because I think a lot of my friends and myself, we did that later on, like past uni, when we started to realize that our bodies are not the same as when we were 16. So if we implemented some of the healthy lifestyles that we have now back when we were 16, maybe things would have been a bit better. And especially with going to uni, my mental health was all over the place. Like, I genuinely had mental health problems in uni. So I kind of wish I had started fitness a bit earlier, because then I would have understood that when you go to the gym, like, it releases like endorphins and it just makes you feel better. And that would have probably helped a bit with uni. So advice to my 16-year-old self, find a sport and be consistent with it. Because I think with training in the gym, it brings consistency and discipline. And I think you can apply that to other areas of your life. So if you're studying, if you're at work, like, you have a schedule and you know you have to fit it in, because you have to fit in gym, you have to do this, you have to do that. So yeah, that would be my advice.
I was going to say, like, what have been your biggest barriers and have you overcome them? But I feel like what we've been talking about right now, that must have been like, that's like the biggest barrier of all barriers, because I can imagine just how many people just become demotivated. So I guess anything that gets thrown at you now, it's going to be like,
you can do
light work, yeah.
Listen, if cancer cannot take me, what can?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Amen,
Nothing else
amen.
can. So that's what I'm saying. You just got to have that resilient mindset. Like, you can overcome it. And I think something I would say to myself as well is, you have a community and tap into that. And that could be for anything. It doesn't have to be as big as cancer. It could be, maybe you've got made redundant. Like, do things by yourself. Tap into your community. There are people who are genuinely there because they love and they support you. So yeah, use them.
Love that. Is anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to touch on today? Anything you want to ask me? Anything you want to
come back to Charlton, man? Bring back Bashment Thursdays. TSM,
I need to. I funny enough, I should be there. I should be there next week. Sorry. One thing I actually want to talk on as well. So you mentioned about classes.
Yes.
Right. So
I love a gym class.
I was meant to actually ask this. So yeah. So talk to me about gym classes. What's your favorite gym classes? What does that look like?
I'm going to be so real with you. My favorite gym classes are the hardest and are the worst ones, but they're the best for your body.
Yeah, okay.
I have to shout out my girl Iffy. That one, hi. You feel like you're dying in her class. And she'll be like, no. Push through, keep going. Like, and she's smiling and laughing. And you're like, bro, are you mad? But that's the most gains. And then obviously with Ella's class as well, when she makes you do the ab class, God, that 15 minutes, it feels like hell. I've been through a lot, but that 15-minute class. But you know, I think classes are great because you're not doing it by yourself. And I think sometimes when you come to the gym, you don't necessarily know what you want to do. Or let's say the gym is really busy, you can't do the routine that you wanted. You can do a class. They've already pre-planned. They've done the hard work. You just have to do it. And that's how you make friends in the gym as well. That's kind of how I built my community, because you have your regular Thursday class, your regular Monday class. But yeah, I think I do enjoy a gym class. And because for me, I will not train abs unless I'm forced to. In the class, I have to do it because it's not me that'll carry last. So yeah.
There's someone there telling you.
Yeah, literally.
And I want you to kind of big up yourself, shout yourself on what you're doing. Ooh. So like, you touched on a kind of like your bakery and things like that as well. But let's actually talk about that, because I'll be able to put it in the description. put on the screen because your bakery has got like a story behind it as well.
Yeah.
And I don't want the viewers to miss that. So kind of let's touch on that. Let me add it in the screen and then we'll add on some videos on there as well.
Yeah,
There's a
so
bakery.
I run a bakery called the Helen O'Canny Bakery. It's actually named after my mum who died from cancer. It's just something that I wanted to do to honor her. My mum used to love cooking. She used to, like, we used to live in an estate and she would call all the kids, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter who you are, come eat rice, come eat chicken. Like, that's her way of showing love. And I feel like I'm able to replicate that through cakes and baking. Like, sometimes it's not always about charging. Like, when I give someone a cake or a brownie, like, the way their face lights up, like, I just love it. So yeah, that's what I do as my side hustle. I bake sweet treats, anything sweet, you name it, I bake it. Jeez. The hood's favorite baker.
I like that bar still.
The hood's favorite baker, innit? So yeah, definitely hit me up if you want anything sweet treats. Follow us on socials, the Helen O'Canny Bakery. You can follow me. I'm Kimberly_Emanike. And if you have any questions about like training while having an illness or what it was like having cancer, honestly, message me, because like I said, I've been through it. And if you're looking for hope, look at me. Like, I've come out on the other side. If I can do it, there's no reason why you can't. So I really just want to touch on the importance of looking after your body. And if you see something or you feel something that's not right, please, I know the NHS is collapsing, but please go to a doctor, go to a specialist. Don't put it off, because I think it's always easier to treat it the earlier you detect it. So that's one piece of advice. And women, keep doing your thing in the gym. Don't let no man intimidate you. You've got this. Like, I'm rooting for you. That's me.
Love that. So just to round off as well, so we done for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Last month we actually done an event, and there was some stats that I saw in there. It was like 47% of women don't actually know they have cancer. Is there like, how often would you say to maybe check? Like, where would women go to check, or like what would you say you learned more so about on that end, just for women out there watching can kind of get insight with as well? Or like, where do you go to? I think
that's a really good question. Based on the cancer that I had, it wasn't like maybe women specific, because obviously it was more blood, whatever. But I would definitely say in terms of like breast cancer, you can do mammograms, and I can't remember the age that you can start, but the earliest you can start doing those kind of scans, do it. And I know cervical cancer is obviously a really big thing, and that's why they make everyone takes the HPV jab. Definitely encourage everyone to take those jabs. And I'm not too sure, actually. I'll be entirely honest. But the second you feel like something is off, you know your body, go straight to a GP and check. Like, I think that's the best thing you can do.
Because as like you said, as black people, sometimes we'd be like, oh no, it's fine. I'm good. Sometimes I do that as well. I'm quite like, you don't know how severe something could be. Even you might have a little injury, but if it's a long time, like, it's fine.
Or you'll be like, oh, God will heal me.
Yeah,
but God gave us medicine, you know? We're not working against the medicine, we're working with it. Please, utilize the doctors. Facts. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, don't be... And I think sometimes it's out of fear. I think a lot of our families, like, they didn't go to the doctors because it was purely out of fear. But listen, these are medical professionals. They're experts in their field. They know what they're doing. Like, well, just because you have faith doesn't mean you're working against them. You're working alongside them. So, yeah.
Love that. So it seems like, just talking to you today, like, you love helping people, which is amazing. God and faith has been like a pinnacle in terms of like your journey growing up, hence why you're able to stay positive and good things come your way.
Glory.
And stuff like that. And working out has been another, again, pivotal part of your journey, because that's been able to kind of keep you saying and have that kind of routine and structure. So I just want to ask one last question just to round out the pod. Where's Kim gonna be in 10 years? Wow. So if you look back at this point in 10 years, so how old are you actually? Because you mentioned about age, but we don't actually hear how old you are.
I'm 20. I'm getting old.
I'm getting close to 30, you know. Hey.
3 years, I'll be 30. Kai. I'm 27, 37 by God's grace, married with some beautiful babies running around the place. But I honestly hope that I'll be running the Helen O'Canny Bakery full time, having standalone stores or having trucks where I can sell. You see Lola's Cupcake? I need that to be the Helen O'Canny Bakery. Like, I need everyone. It needs to be in every city all over the world, not just London. Like, let's go to Dubai, let's go to Nigeria, Jamaica, everywhere. But also, I'm really passionate about young people. I'm an advocate for young people in care. So just having a charity focused on helping young people and young people who are also in care, helping them to find their voice, helping them to share their story. I think I'd be love to be doing that. I'd also love to be a wedding planner. So planning all of you lot's weddings that are watching this pod. Yeah, like I would love to be planning weddings and doing event management and just in ministry, advancing God's kingdom. Yeah, that's the plan in Kim in 10 years.
That. Please, guys, make sure you follow all of Kim's pages because, like I said, it's on the screen. It's going to be in the description. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Episode 6 wrapped up. Thank you guys for tuning in.